Wonder Mega time. Sega. Absolute classic. Sega. What the hell? They're locked on. I hate when it does this. Okay, well, I'll just play Sonic and Knuckles then. Oh no, that's fixed it. There you go. Cartridges are a little dodgy. Okay, so I'm going to go on my favourite level from Sonic 3, which is Ice Cap Zone, I think. Yep, here he goes. So as you can see, Sega were giving Nintendo a pretty strong competition with their Sega Mega Drive, but ultimately Nintendo won. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 though, and Sonic and Knuckles, gotta be the best game for the Sega Mega Drive. I mean, yeah, I like Outrun 2019 better, but these are just classics, and anybody who's ever touched the Mega Drive has probably played on at least one of these games. You can't deny that this is a pretty fast moving game for its time. And obviously it has one of those great things that all games should have, and that's you can get a great deal of fun out of it. I mean, how many years has this been about now, and it's still great playing it. You never get bored of it. Okay, now it's time to mess about with the CD album. Okay, we're going to have a Sonic 1 hack for the Sega CD, made by some people at Sonic Retro. Yeah, here goes, Sonic 1 Mega Mix. Wow, I love the startup screen on the Wonder Mega. Here goes. Game. Sega CD never did so well. I mean, it's slow as anything. I mean, it's faster on the Wonder Mega, but when you see what it's like on this, think about it being that bit slower on the normal Sega CD. And I don't know, you'll probably see why it never did so well. Cheats Arts are well known for this. It's 1990 10 2. And then you press A and start there. Gives you your level select screen. Even though this isn't an official game, it gives you an idea of what the Sega CD could do. Just minor improvements over the regular behaviour of the bog standard console, but you needed the bog standard console to play with the Sega CD, and it cost quite a lot of money when it came out, and I never knew anybody that actually had a Sega CD. I mean, honestly, have you got a Sega CD? If they came out tomorrow, would you go and buy one? No, who would? Sega CD was basically, let's say, a flop. A retarded little console. Well, it wasn't really its own console. Playing it on the Wonder Mega makes it a little bit more fun, because you can just smirk about the fact you've got a Wonder Mega. So, there we go. Now it's time to fire up my favourite. So, Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo system utilises the Super Effects 2 chip to do some pretty cool graphics, and I don't know, I just think it's a fantastic game. It even had one of the same programmers working on it who did Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm not sure whether Sega knew it was working for Nintendo at the time or anything, but hey, what does it matter? Here we have a fantastic game. I mean, look at that. Does that classify as 3D, that intro? I like to argue that it does. Yeah, Nintendo does, not Genesis does. Yeah. I'm gonna go on one level which doesn't show off all the capabilities of what the Super Effects 2 chip and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System were capable of, but kind of makes you feel a bit ill. So if you've never played this game, you might want to see it and just see what I mean. I know people that have spewed up when playing pieces of this level. This game's fantastic. Look at that, even the doors went 3D. It's like Nintendo designed this game to wind Sega up. I mean, quite likely did. I mean, let's see, Sega started going Genesis does what Nintendo don't, so why should Nintendo answer back? Well, they did with the N64, basically telling people to get in or get out. I got in. Oh yeah, and apart from N, I got something else you've probably never heard of, which I'll look at in a minute. I'm not sure which generation this other console I'm on about classes as. Is it 16-bit era, 32-bit era? Who knows? It's a freaky little thing. Whereas the SNES is just a beautiful little thing. Now that is how you do it. Look at that. I is the champion. Well, according to many, that's the dirt. So what? Right. Yeah, it is definitely debatable. Right. I think this bit's plain weird. I mean, I understand the logic of having to go up because I know what the level's about, but it's like, what the hell were they smoking when they came up with this thing? There you go, put the Super Effects excuse me, the Super Effects 2 chips away to make some 3D spinning pieces of wood. How impressive. Smart. Wow. Actually, it was pretty impressive in the day. I don't think we'd ever seen a bit of wood spinning round in 3D before. Assuming that's what it is. Still, Sega couldn't do that, so... You haven't guessed already, I'm a Nintendo fan, but I have respect for the Sega. My friend thinks, you know, just because I'm a Nintendo fan, I don't respect the Sega Mega Drive. As a matter of fact, I do, and it's a great console. But as it is, I just think the Super Nintendo's got something that it doesn't, and it's not always something you can place your finger on. Just a kind of charm.